Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with this week's episode of Queen Sugar, this is season 4, episode 10. Oh, Mamere. I don't know what that is, but child, it'll be in the description box. Anyway, it was a good episode. I absolutely love this show. Of course, our Greenleaf will be back on September the 3rd, and I will be doing the reviews for it over here on this channel. I have already uploaded Ambitions over on the other channel, so y'all go over there and check that out, as well as I made some um channel announcements. So if you want to know what I said, go over there and check that out, honey. I do it in the first part of the before I even get to the review. The first part of it is me telling you guys what's coming for this channel, that channel, and the other channel. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go over there. That's why I tell you about what's going to happen in the month of September. But in the meantime, in between time, this was a heavy episode, child. Them last few minutes, them last 15, 20 minutes had me all up in my feelings. But let's get into it, honey, because I got to go to work and I don't want to hold y'all. Now, we open up with Nova sitting over at Vi's restaurant. Vi come out. Girl, didn't I tell you not to come back over and grinding through here? It's been months and you told me you won't talk to me at your house, so I had no choice but to come here. She said, I know I messed up, but I'm still family. Vi said, I got old memories, Nova, that is seeping in my bones now. And it's affecting me personally, in my marriage, and everything else. So how you feeling about everything that has transpired thus far is on you. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Okay? So she went to walk off. Nova said she's sorry. She was wrong for not having talked to them or anyone about before she did that book. Vi said, if you had came to me and I had told you no, would you still have written that book and published it? And Nova really couldn't say nothing because she know in the book of her mind that she couldn't. So on that note, Amber yet again walked away and left her standing there looking like a wounded puppy. Now there is redemption for Nova. I know we didn't drug all season long because she did a very, very, very hurtful thing to her family. But I'm a firm believer in where mercy is shown, mercy is given. I believe she is gonna be able to fix things with her family. But girl, let this walk away from this learning something from what you did to your family, because you have affected every member of this family in some kind of way, and we gonna talk about it. Now Michael come over to Darla's house. He taking Blue to the city park, one of his faves. Darla then, after they leave, get a call. It's from her mom telling her that one of her good girlfriends named Jordan is in town and she should give her a call because her mama liked that girl. Now Darla dealing with a lot of stuff right now, as we all know, and she really wasn't feeling contacting this girl, but she told her mama, go and give me the number. Her mama asked her, is everything all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Once again, Darla's not talking to anybody about what she going through. She lying like she can handle it, child, but we'll get into it. Now, Charlie come see Nova, who is still down to Vi's restaurant. She bringing her a gift because her birthday is coming up. Nova is appreciative, but she says she doubt this year that she can celebrate, but she thanks Charlie for the gift. Now, Charlie thanks her for helping her out, making sure, taking care of her when she was on her drunk thing that night. Nova was on the verge of tears, and I think that in that moment, Charlie felt something for her. Because even though you hate them in the moment, you might not hate them, but you might dislike them a whole lot in that moment. At the end of the day, that's family. So she's seeing the pain her sister's in. Even in the midst of the pain her sister done caused her, she still felt her pain and asked her, would she like to go on a getaway? Because once this proposal that's coming up with the city council takes effect, or she's going to be on the campaign trail nonstop. So she was happy about that. She took up on her offer. And I think she was just glad somebody in the family would talk to her, if you ask me. But child, she accepted, and we saw them head out to this so-called retreat. That's supposed to be relaxing, and it's going to dispel all negative energy. That's where they going. On the ride there, Charlie thanked her again for helping her and for writing that counter article and for using her celebrity for good, as she said. Charlie then went on to talk about the insurance company is not willing to pay off the damages of the Queen's sugar mill, not as long as the sheriff is deeming it a fire arson, right? So she has to find a link between something called Old World Energy and Francis Boudreaux. Once you get the connection to them, it'll lead to the connection of who set that, who conspired to set the fire at the mill. Now, Nova, still being a journalist, offered her help. Charlie did not say yes, but she did not say no either. Child, when we get to retreat, they got this guy showing them all that the retreat offers, which is a lot of outside nature type of stuff. And child, then we go to their quarters. Their quarters is a tent with the outhouses down the walkway. So you basically outside with the nature, and when you need to go use the restroom, it's outhouses up the trailway. I said, do Jesus. That would have took some adjustments for me, girl, because I ain't good with that, not having that indoor plumbing effect. That's why I never wanted to be one with nature. Not like that. That's okay. I remember my sister and brother and them used to go on them, you remember that, Mothers Against Drugs? They used to have these where every summer they would take the kids out and they would do things with them every day as, activities, also incorporating say no to drugs and stuff. They took my sister and brother to the Ozark Mountains to camp. Baby, as soon as they said Ozark and a mountain and put them together, I told my auntie immediately, okay, I'll see them when they get back. Cause baby, I don't like creepy crawlers, okay? Believe it or not, even though I'm from down here in the boot, baby, I don't like no creepies or no crawlers on me, okay, period. I love nature. I go out there on the fishing pond, throw that throw that line out there to them in a heartbeat, honey. But when it comes to laying down in the nature, mm-mm. I'm too girl for that. Child, they would have to have me with a full-size bathroom. They gonna have to have me in some nice accommodations. Now, that tent was nice. It was, because later on they had a talk in there, and I was able to, peep out the ambiance. But at the end of the day, family, Lady Nyca and outside, and y'all know I don't do heat. I can't do no heat, honey. I hate some heat. But anyway, they down there to the place, child. Meanwhile, back over at the park, Micah and Blue at the park having a good old time. He taking pics, and it's just a good time right now. He's showing Micah his new friend, and Micah's somewhat familiar with it. He ends up telling Micah that his daddy is real fond of Disha. That would be his best friend's mama. And he don't know how he really feel about that. And basically, I like the fact that Micah told him, look, when my parents first split and they started seeing other people, I felt sad too. But then I realized that some people are just best not together, and their happiness is what's most important. But I understand how seeing your father with somebody else may make you feel. So if you ever get to feeling sad or need somebody to talk to, pick up the phone and call me, because I'll answer. I'll be there for you. And that was beautiful. That's what you're supposed to do. Help him in his transition period of seeing his mom and daddy not together. If they ain't going to be together, stay tuned. Now, back at the retreat, Nova and Charlie discussing Remy. And she admitted that if she felt because Remy and Charlie never slept together, that it was okay for her to pursue something with him. She later found out that was not a good decision. Just like writing the book was not a good decision. So Charlie asked her, so you find asking forgiveness easier than simply asking for permission? Nova say, I realize there's a flaw inside of me and I'm working on it. I guarantee you I'm going to work on me better, because I know that it's me, it's not y'all. So I'm going to correct what's wrong, and I promise. Now, Darla meet up with their friend Jordan, and she all over the place. She got this good job, but the homegirls likes to do a lot of turning up and partying, and don't seem like she ever grew up some, because she talking about how they used to get high, how they used to party, even asking Darla about the nightlife of New Orleans. Wanted to go to a club that night. Darla said, my life is a little different now. Oh, that's right. Your mama did tell me you kind of turning over a new leaf. Even had a drink in front of the girl talking about, I know you don't do this, but it's okay if I do it. So Darla is sitting there clearly detached from this conversation till she begins to recall the night that Blue was conceived. Darla was out of her mind, drunk to the point where she didn't even know it was two men there. Somebody named Tom and somebody named Chase. She was so drunk. Old girl say homeboy drug her up the stairs. And then Darla started remembering things, but she couldn't remember ever saying yes to this man. It was traumatizing to her because she was beginning to realize certain things. And one thing she knew for certain, and two things for sure, she didn't say yes to none of this. Yes, her and Ralph Angel may have been on a break, as she said at that time. Yes, she was getting turned up, but she was not in the right state of mind to have had consensual sex with anybody that night. And just thinking about it and the realization of what really happened to her hit her all at once. Baby, she jumped up, told her friend she had to pick up her son, and boned out of there. Then we saw her as the memory, as she was struggling trying to put the dots together, was bothering her. So much so, she basically was having an anxiety attack right in front of a bar. She ends up going into that bar and she sat down at the bar. The bartender immediately fixed her a drink, and you could see her struggling because she knows she'd have made a lot of progress, but so much coming at her right now, and then on top of everything she's already dealing with the backlash of that book, to begin to remember some of that night by way of her friend helped her realize what had just happened to her that night. And so she in a funk. She in a state of disbelief. She need a break, and it ain't nobody there for her, because the family treating her halfway decent, because Blue ain't biologically Ralph Angel's. She can't go. Leo broke up with her. She having problems at her job. People done read that book. See how the snowball effect of everything that Nova wrote in that book is having on these people's lives, basically running a havoc in these folks' lives simply because she wanted to do a book. Girl, miss. But she ended up drinking. And once she got up that first drink, she had to. And I'm going to stop right there to go back to the park. We're going to pick up with Darla. Blue had to go to the bathroom. Nyca said, I'll take you to it. I'm a big boy. I can do it myself. So he go stand in the line for the men's restroom. The women's restroom had no waiting. You can go in and out of there, but the men, there was a line. He had to use the bathroom, and it was getting in a push type of situation, so he ends up going into the women's bathroom. And because Michael back was turned to him, when he turns around, he don't see the little boy. He get to asking people, have you seen a little boy with the blue shirt and the shark on the front of it? Everybody saying no. And I found it to be very strange, because that's the same group of men that was standing there. You mean to tell me y'all didn't notice a little boy going into the female bathroom? But they claim like they did. So now he's in a panic looking for the little boy around the park. When Blue come out the bathroom, he don't see his cousin Michael. He looking all confused and stuff. And the police officer was there. He asked him, was he lost? He said, my cousin was right here, but he's gone now. So the police officer put him in the back seat of the car so that he can call it in, I guess, to different stations around this park area. So if anybody come up looking for a child, they would be able to find him, right? I said, okay, that's cool. Blue even told him, I'm looking for my cousin Michael. So like I said, they put him in there, and then when Michael do come up and realize see Blue in the backseat of the car, he was advancing toward the car. The cop want to stop and ask him for IDs. And if you ask me, I look at this in two ways. There's no doubt about it, we're going to have to deal with the police. Some of them ain't always good cops. Some of them got preconceived notions about us simply because of the color of our skin. However, in that moment, instead of Michael not brandishing his ID and choosing to be combative, that could have turned bad. Meanwhile, little Blue is sitting in the car, confused and scared. He was like, "That's my cousin." So when the cop says to Blue, "You know this guy?" He said, "Yes, that's my cousin." So Michael didn't wind up having to show a review, ID. But see, here's the thing. It was a touchy situation. Do I think the cop was right in his approach to Micah? No. But I do think that what Micah has to do is, instead of being combative, learn to work within the system. Because this is, right at this moment, this is a parent missing child. I wouldn't want the police to let some Tom, Dick, and Harry walk up without identifying himself and get my child if he was lost, okay? I think that he was right in asking for the ID, but when he saw that Blue clearly knew who that was and was saying, "This is my cousin," I think that he could have took his attitude down some. And that "don't walk up on the car just to go open the door for Blue" was crazy. He even went to reach for his gun because when they see us and we don't immediately comply with their wishes, the first thing that a lot of them will do is try to grab for the gun. All of that could have been avoided. The cop was wrong for how he acted. Michael could have been less combative, because that could have turned into a whole situation. What I'm basically saying is, you ain't got to kowtow down to nobody, and you ain't got to have them violate your rights. But it's a procedure to everything. And in the book of my mind, if you felt that cop was in the wrong, then he has a badge number and a boss. Comply, like I tell my sons. If they pull you over, comply. If they wrong, we gonna get that ass later. But in that moment, to keep you safe, just comply. Now, Unvi finally figured out, I think that was her Apple Watch. She was trying to keep up with her steps because she about to go down to the park and walk. She ends up getting some from old boy, the one that tore up her place, but he working there now to pay off his debt or whatnot. She let him help her, and he was telling her you could even check your emails. She said, "Why would I want to do all that?" Your older people said in their ways, child, they very rarely want to learn this new technology. But I'll tell anybody what I've learned. If you want to be up to date and be able to compete and survive in the world today, sometimes you got to change with the times, and knowing certain things is good. But in that moment, all she want to know is what button to press so I can be able to keep up with my steps. And off to the park she go when she runs into a stumbling drunk Darla. Darla is so drunk and out of her mind, she don't realize she at the wrong park, talking about she got to pick Blue up from the park with Micah. She didn't want Vi's assistance in doing anything at first. But Vi convinced her to let her help her find Blue and get her home. So she did end up getting her home, and we will get back to that. The next scene takes us to Prosper, Ralph Angel, and Hollywood having old boys chit chat. They talking about how Mr. Prosper and Miss Genevieve seem to be rather fond of each other lately. And he said it's nice to find somebody that you can spend a little time with. So he admits he's sweet on her. And they said, Hollywood said they all seem to be doing good in the relationship department, the love department. Because Ralph Angel also stated that he was kind of liking on Deisha a little bit. And that, they had a date planned for that night. And that he had planned on maybe trying to take it up a notch, being exclusive with one another. That's what they was doing. Then Blue comes in, him and Ralph Angel, and immediately Blue says he was in the back of a police car. So Micah, and he said that Blue said the police were mean to Micah. You could see in Micah's face that was bothering him. So he explains, "I lost him for a second. The police found him, and I was able to get him." But they know when Blue said that the police were mean to him, that the police gave him some kickback when he found him. And Mr. Prosper's telling him, don't let what that happened to you right then put you in no bad place. Don't never let them put you in no dark place. Just keep on loving and being you, and never let nobody steal your pride. And he listened to it, he accepted it and whatnot, but you could tell that bothered him. This is not one, but the second time Michael has had a bad run-in with the police. And they trying to make sure that those experiences don't cause him to change or deviate from who he is. Yes, we got to live in this world with them. Yes, there are still some racist people in this world, but overall, we going to try to never let how they act make us be even bigger ends than what they acting, because end is not a word that is associated by color. It's by the lack of intelligence. Your ignorance is showing, okay? He say he all right. And then Vi calls him on the phone and tell him, look him, I need you to meet me down over at Dollar House. And I need you to come by yourself. He was nervous, but child, he got on over there. Now, before we get into what happened there, let's go back to the retreat, because now it's in the evening hours and they're inside their tent. And like I said, it's a nice looking little tent they got out there. But I still, girl, we outside, we with nature, and ain't no bathroom. I can't. So they're talking, and they talking about the times they spent together when they was young. How Charlie would come to St. Joe during the summer. But we learned that there was a weekend that Nova actually visited Charlie. And when she visited Charlie, Charlie said she was excited as hell her big sister was coming. She took her to a party at one of her friends' house. Nova felt totally out of place. That house was big as the entire parish of St. Joe, according to what Nova said. Nova said that she ended up being left by herself. She felt like a fish out of water. Everybody in designer labels that she could never afford. But here her sister got her there. She said, when I finally did catch up to you and find you, you were with your friends. And I overheard one of your friends asking, is that your sister? And Nova and Charlie said, that's my half sister. She's alright, you can't choose the family. So Nova felt some kind of way about that. She always felt like she was less than. And Charlie said she was excited her sister was coming. She was so glad her big sister was coming. And she wasn't trying to make her feel her ways. But she said she was devastated that the entire weekend that Nova spent down in her about everything about her, from her house to her clothes to her friends. And Nova said that was because you took me around something I could never afford. At least that's how I felt in that time. She said, I always felt small up against you. And even though we have worked through some things, Charlie realized that even though progress has been made with them, they still really don't know each other. Because Charlie, although she comes from, better means than Nova, she never looked down on her sister about that situation. But because Nova was, I would say she was self-conscious about it, she felt otherwise, okay? And that's where we left them at right there. So they got a lot of work to do, because they got to dig up all of that there that's inside of them. They got to learn how that just because Charlie is from came from the position in life she came, y'all still family, and y'all still are rooted at the core because of your father and the love y'all had for one another. But I think that was a real moment for them, and I think from that moment they can build, because Nova do feel inferior to Charlie, but that's in her mind. That is not how Charlie sees her. So, girl, at Darla's house, you see her trying to pull herself together. She started saying it's all her fault. Aunt Vi is asking her to talk. At first, she was not wanting to. Aunt Vi said, I know something. You have made too big of an accomplishment. You done came too far. So talk to me and tell me what happened to put you in this downward spiral, because you done came too far to fall off like this. So basically what we learned is Darla was raped. Although she was high, although she was drunk, she was not in a position to be able to tell that man or those men. She didn't even know it was two men there. Her friend told her who the other dude was there and how they was carrying out, how everybody was high at their head and drunk and doing whatever. So Darla realized she was raped. So she wasn't out there just, you know, dipping it low and spreading it wide. She was hanging out with some friends. She over exceeded her limit in alcohol as well as drugs. And from that, the man took advantage of her. And they brought up things in Bible. I had to tell her a little of her story. Girl, anytime a woman say no, it's no. And if a man take advantage of you, you can't do it. The only difference between your situation and mine is that I was married. And there were many a times I said no. To the point where, but I felt like I had to. Just as like you felt like whatever your situation was. You felt like you had to. You may not have said no. But anytime a man take advantage of a woman without her consent, it's rape. Point blank in the period. You were not in a position to even consent to sex with that man. So in essence, he took that from you. Now remember I told y'all that Ralph Angel had called. She called Ralph Angel and told him to come over there. They sitting on the couch side by side, Ralph Angel over in the other chair. He nervous at what he finna hear. Darla has to tell him that night that Blue was conceived, it was two men. I was high and I was drunk. I was so high and drunk there's no way in hell I consented. So essentially, she got raped. And you could see the hurt in his face. She kept saying she's sorry. He said, you ain't got to apologize. You didn't. Only thing you probably did wrong, girl, was you shouldn't have been getting drunk and high. But you didn't do nothing wrong. They was wrong. And I'm going to be right here with you to help you through what you need to go through. She apologized for getting drunk. She apologized for that night. Again, no apologies needed. Just know I got your back in this situation. And I'm going to be here with you through it all. So, child, he ended up spending the night on the couch. He getting up, folding up his little blanket or whatnot. And Miss Deisha done called. He done forgot that he had that damn date with her that night. He go in there with a cup of coffee to check on Darla. She says she appreciate him being there and that he can leave because she know he got to go to work and she do too. He tell her now, not right now, it's too early. Lay down for another hour and get you some rest and then we'll get up and start the day. Child, I'm telling you, the look they was giving each other, they ain't done. And I'm just worried because where that's going to lead Deisha. I kind of wanted Deisha to have her a man. But I ain't going to lie to y'all. Even though Darla has done a lot, so has Ralph Angel. And I really want to see them win. I want to see them win. And I would like to see them together. But I don't know how this going to work out for Miss Deisha. Because, baby, he is all in on making sure his baby mama still all right. And I think it's because he's still in love with her. Now, I don't know how this going to turn out with Deisha because, child, he done gave her that wood. And you know we get upset when it comes to that wood, honey. We do not like to have our emotions played with when it's some good wood. And so we going to see how this going to turn out. But that was a very powerful episode. It was good for my spirit. I didn't expect it. I love this show. Even though it takes my feelings like this here, be putting them on a roller coaster ride, I enjoy it so. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. If it's anything that I left out in this review, please feel free to put it down in the panel section and we will talk about it more there. Again, please remember to go over and check out the Ambitions review that I dropped earlier this morning. over on the second channel. Please support that channel. If you have not subscribed to it, go ahead and subscribe to it today, because that is the new home of story times, and I got a lot of them coming for y'all asses. You know, I told y'all you gotta let me remember stuff and let me have something that I feel that is worthy to be shared. And I got some stories I want to share, so go over there and check that out, because that is the new home of all of my reviews, except for the have and have nots, Queen Sugar and Greenleaf. They will remain on this channel. On the other channel, that is where I'm going to put all of the reviews and my story times. And there will be a third platform. Well, I actually already have another platform. I have a third channel that is going to be geared toward, I told y'all go over there and watch it. I'm telling y'all here, well, child, whatever, I'm still going to tell you. I have a third channel. I will drop the link after my birthday. That is going to be the channel where I do reviews on Netflix shows that I watch, because I watch a lot of Netflix, and the shows that I go out to the theater and watch. I'm going to do that on that channel. And since I've been doing a lot of Netflix and chilling, I want a separate channel from that, because I don't want y'all to get confused with all these reviews. So here we will remain doing our celebrity topics, our celebrity entertainment news. Here we will continue to do the end of the week, the fuck shit Fridays, the shit talking Saturdays. Over here will be the home for Greenleaf, Queen Sugar, and the have and have nots only. That's all we doing on this channel. Second channel, all the other shows you guys asked me to pick up, I will do it over on that channel, as well as all upcoming story times will be on that channel. Okay? The third channel, which I will release the link to you guys to go over and subscribe to after my birthday, will be Netflix series reviews, as well as what I saw at the movie theater. That is what we're going to do over there. And I'm probably throw a cooking video or two. It's been a long time coming. I think it's time that I go on and share some of what I do for a living with you guys. So I'm opening up a third channel geared towards simply that. Cooking videos, a couple of them. I ain't gonna go too far with that, because, child, be honest with you, this is supposed to be my getaway. Even though I make a coin, I ain't trying to wear myself down. So I'm gonna do some cooking videos over there. I will be doing Netflix movies over there, and what I go out to the movies and see. So that is what that channel will be. Lady Nyca Live will be reviews and story times. This will be celebrity tea and gossip, or whatever you want to call it. And this will be the home of the have and have nots, Queen Sugar and Greenleaf. That's it. That's all. All right. The depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. Remember that always. I say that to y'all because I need y'all to understand. I believe in that every day. For every struggle, it's elevating me higher. I don't let shit hold me down. Even the few people who have gotten angry with me and moved on, I ain't mad at you. You do what you have to do. But I'm never going to deviate from who I am and what I want to do on this channel. Y'all are my co-hosts. Y'all help me with some of these stuff, letting me know what you want and whatnot. But I am the author of my destiny. And if I may be making moves that you don't understand, just know one thing. I ain't changed. I'm working on something better. So that's it. That's all, y'all. Y'all remember, again, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on the YouTube streets. Comment down below in the panic section. Let's discuss this episode. And if I left anything out, put it down there and I'll talk to you back, okay? Subscribe to my channel if you have not already for the free 99, so that you can get all of the latest celebrity tea that I find out about, and as well as those reviews that I named earlier will be over here on this channel. So subscribe, and if you haven't, once you subscribe, child, hit your notification bell button and set it to all, so that each and every time that I go live from this channel or upload a video, you will be notified and you can come over and join in the conversation. Sometimes I'm a little slow with the responding to these the comments. That's because I'm growing, y'all. And with more people comes more comments. But always know that I'm going to read each and every comment that I get. If I don't have anything that I want to add to what you say, I'm going to like it and I'm going to heart it so you know that I saw it. So that's what we're going to do going forward. But I have not left the panic. I'm still in the panic. I'm still going to talk to y'all. It's just that I got so many other platforms here that I'm trying to build and work on. It's kind of hard sometimes. Plus, y'all know I work for a living. People don't give me much, you know. So that's what it is, y'all. And I will see you guys back tomorrow. If not tomorrow, it will be Shit Talking Saturday. I'll come down and through, and we're going to run it for a minute, okay? My next review, which is Love After Lockup, the new season, will be on Lady Nyca Live. That's where I'm going to drop that review is. So please go over there and subscribe and hit your notification so you know that it's up. Don't get confused, family. The only reviews going to be on this channel will be what's already done been here. I'm not going to move the playlist or none of that. What's already been here. And the only reviews you're going to get is Queen Sugar, Have and Have Nots, and Greenleaf on this channel. Everything else shifting over to the other channel, including the story times. And the third channel, what I saw at the movies and Netflix and cooking. That's it. And of course, you guys know I am a panel member over on the TSCC Miss Express. That's what some of y'all have an issue with. But child, it ain't no different than me sitting here being a little shady. I'm just a little shady over there. But one thing for certain and two things for sure, I'm not malicious. So that's it. And I thank those who stick with me, who love me, and who respect my decisions to do what it is that I do. Y'all know that I ain't finna hurt nobody down here, and I ain't gonna cut too deep. But I don't feel like I have to stay in the box in this corner of YouTube and never explore out and do other things. I ain't looking for no trouble, but if I have to swing on a bitch, stomp a hoe, I'ma do it, okay? That's me. That's what y'all fell in love with. That's what I'm asking y'all to respect and continue to support. You ain't got to support me over there if that's what you don't want to do. But here, I built this with y'all, and we're going to keep it moving. Okay? That's it. I'll see you guys. Child, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I ain't probably nothing tonight. Nothing. Not a damn thing. I'll see y'all Friday, Saturday on this channel. And I'll see y'all tomorrow on Lady Nyca Live. Have a great remainder to your Thursday. Thank y'all for all the support. I'll see you guys when I see ya. Peace.